Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So there's been a little rumor going around about a Classic Plus survey, and this being sent out to a bunch of players. And while the survey might not be real, I don't really know, but in the fact of everyone talking about it, considering it, listing off their points, we have in fact made it real, whether it was official by Blizzard or not. So people are definitely seeing it, and it's definitely on the radar now. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channels. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to switch it over here to this survey. While it is pretty long, it is pretty awesome, and I do agree with a lot of these points, so we're going to switch it over. And so the very first feature is new or unexplored storylines and lore, never seen before quests that are new to World of Warcraft Classic. 100% yes. There are so many, especially at the end game, that just fall off and like never became anything more. They could go with so many different things that you could explore, do new lands, and just so many things that were just kind of left as question marks. And while they do address most of them when we get all the way to Cataclysm, seeing them take a classic form in a different way, I think would be really, really awesome. Next, we have new reputations and rewards. Obviously, that kind of goes with the storylines and lore, because if you're adding those new things, obviously you want new reputations and rewards. And I think here in Season of Discovery, expanding on Hydraxian Waterlords, Timbermaw, Thorium Brotherhood, all of them have been really, really good reputations that have, it's been something to chase after, something to go and grind, and something to reward you with. And those are reps that have already existed, right? So being able to do that is a really good way. New / reimagined raids. So as far as new raids, I really like that. Reimagined, I think they've done enough with, we'll have to see with Season of Discovery, right? I think Season of Discovery is sort of the beta testing for any classic project that we will see, like if we go into a Classic Plus. So just seeing how the community does with revamped Molten Core and BWL. They did some of it in some, but they didn't really touch AQ and Nax, to my understanding. So just seeing where people land and how the community reacts to that, I think will be a good answer to that question. But as far as new raids, absolutely. Please give us Scarlet Citadel. Give us, you could even do a Karazhan Crypts, you could do Gilneas, you could do Quel'Tha Loss and High Elves, taking a completely different spin on that with not going into TBC and Horde never getting Blood Elves and just making them evil here in Classic. There are just so many quest lines that could be explored. You could even go to Northrend as well. Outland could be a completely different thing, similar to Warcraft 3. Just so many options to do. Then same answer with new and reimagined dungeons. Obviously these should be very good to be included and stuff. Pretty much same answer. New dungeons. Demonfall Canyon was added, and it has been a phenomenal success. Your boy here found it and discovered it, so that was really cool for me, having to achieve that and being the first person to find something like that. Then we have new and future races pulled back. So that, the only one that I would want would be Blood Elf and Draenei. I don't think you should add anything else. Death Knight could have some merit, but I feel like Death Knight would be future after we've dealt with Lich King in some manner. I don't like Death Knights just being here. But there is a lot for races and classes to be added there. Then minor class changes. The solid changes are really good. I feel like if I went back and played Classic, I would feel weird not having the changes that have been implemented right now. Some of them, obviously, like it'd be weird to have to pick between Frostbolt and Fireball instead of just Frostfire bolting everything. It definitely gets the best of both worlds there. But mainly, I think the minor class changes should apply to like Shadow Priest, Ret Paladin, those types of classes. Boomkin, just making them able to be played, I think, is really good and have a spot in a raid. Elemental Shaman. I do actually even like tanking Shamans, tanking Warlocks here, but that might be too much. we'll have to see. But I do think it is a great sort of change for the classic WoW. Then returning player re-entry feature. I think that's dumb. New player experience, I think that's dumb. I think what makes Classic beautiful is the struggle, is the ability to go out there and suffer and feel like because those moments that you feel like extreme accomplishment, they come from that suffering, they come from that figuring out, they come from those things. And so if you're just handed to it and it's really easy, then you don't have the struggle to get that accomplishment. That might be a weird take for me, but I just don't really like rewarding people for simply coming back to playing the game. You should have to earn it, you should have to want for it, you should have to go after it and achieve something. Ongoing class tuning and polish, obviously same thing with minor class changes. I think those are the same sort of topic, really, unless they mean sort of, I guess, numbers, balancing the numbers. So I guess with that, I don't really care. Like, something will always be BIS, right? If you're a flavor of the month person, go play retail. Like, classic is not for you if that's what you think. If you're flavor of the month, switching to the top meter. I always like to compare myself to other people playing my class. So like when I'm playing a mage, I look at people still Frostfire Bolt maging instead of the Balefire meta. Like I compare myself to people that are playing the same way as me, because I think that is the best way to do it. If you're comparing yourself to whatever is the top DPS, it's really arbitrary, because Blizzard can just straight up crank the numbers to any degree they want, right? It's just, oh, this does 1,000 damage, let's make it do 2,000 damage, and let's see where that puts it, right? They do all these rapid fire class tweaks and changes, so I don't really, I think they should just leave them how they are, really, and it is what it is, especially in Classic. Guild Bank, I would absolutely love a Guild Bank. Managing the Guild Bank from Solid Saviors has been pretty interesting, but it's just sort of like a tune. It wouldn't be a problem if mail didn't take an hour, even between accounts. Then people could trade my characters and stuff. But I know mail is a feature later that we'll talk about. But a guild bank would be awesome, because then people could just donate, people could see funds. You wouldn't have to put all your trust in essentially one person not to just take it all and do whatever they want with it. So for the collections UI, I do not want mounts in this. It's sort of like the UI from Kata and retail. Toys are fine. There are a lot of new fun sort of trinkets that you could use in Classic that are fun to do, like everyone turning people into a goblin right now in the sod. But having the ability to have mounts there, I think it really ruins what makes Classic special. It is such an amazing feeling in hitting level 40 and having 100 gold and going to get your mount. I think it is such an achievement to have that. And if you did a Classic Plus with the same mount system, having just being able to have account bound mounts, I think would not be very exciting at all. Then dual talent specialization, absolutely. I think this is one of the greatest things they have added in Season of Discovery. It is so nice. Classes are able to do so many different things. Like my mage, I could just have a healing spec, even though I don't use it too much. I just have it there in case I need to swap mid-raid instead of having to teleport back, change it, then get summoned back out there. Just a lot of stuff like that felt really bad. So it's just a huge quality of life improvement. It's not like it's impeding any gameplay. If you truly needed something, people would go back and do it. Next, we have new future class and race combinations. I'm not really sure how I feel about this, because if you introduce new races, you get the new classes. Having Paladin and Shaman on Horde and Alliance makes it really new. Even in SOD, I even advocated for it. It'd be fun, but SOD is the place to test it. Since we never tested it, I don't really know what we would have with that come a Classic Plus. So it'd be very interesting to see where that lands. I would have loved it in SOD, because I look at SOD as a beta test for this. So it's like, I wanted to see it here, but we never did. So we'll have to see if they go with that in the future. Improved social features. We pretty much got those right now. I don't really think we should have LFG. I think LFG ruins Classic. I think it should stay out of there. There's something to be said about gathering your party together, going there. I like the systems how they are. Obviously, I know LFG could make it easier, but and then again, it takes away from the sense of community and like playing with people on your server and the serverness of Classic WoW, I suppose. PvP honor systems. I like the solid PvP one where it doesn't take you down. And I mean, you can just get the ranker add-on to really track it, but I guess integrating that would be pretty good. And then next, we have the other part of the survey for quality of life, revamping or adding flight paths. They absolutely should do this. It's pretty obnoxious, and they have the answer already. TBC pre-patch does this already, so it's already there. I think you should absolutely put that in. At this point, people have played Classic or have had ample opportunities to, so being able to just have that optimized makes sense. Adjusting the ways items stack in banks to make inventory management easier. I'm not really sure what they mean by that. Just increasing stack size to 20 instead of 5, I guess. It's really a non-factor for me at this point. I'm pretty good at managing my inventory, but for a new player, I can understand. Introducing in-game resources to help players find the right guild for them. I think that is fine. If you're dedicated and you want to find the guild, you can look for a guild. There's forums, there's trade chat, there's looking for group chat, nowadays there's even content creators like me just putting videos out there saying, hey, come be a SOD savior. So there's ample ways to find a guild. I don't really know of any in-game system that would truly help. Then adding guild banks, absolutely. I love that. Reducing mana cost, increasing duration of group buffs. Yeah, I think that's great. People want their buffs. It makes you more likely to buff people that you're just running by, even. Like in hardcore, when I was playing my priest, I'd buff the crap out of people as I walk by them because I know that fort and stam could save their life. But I think in less mana, higher duration, absolutely. We've gotten a lot of that in SOD, and I think it's just an overall benefit to the game. It doesn't take away much. You don't need suffering for every aspect of the game. Adding flying mounts to Classic Era, absolutely not. That should never be a thing. 100% against that in every manner. Running around on your mount, it makes your epic mount such an achievement. It makes so much such an achievement. There shouldn't be flying in Classic. Adding summon stones to dungeons and raid entrances. I think you should just keep the lock closet. Give the locks their closet. I think it adds so much to the warlock class and desirability to have a warlock. Other than that, I don't like the summon stone, I gotta be honest. As much as it inconveniences you to have that player who's 30 minutes away from the dungeon, you can find a warlock to drop a stone, and then you can summon him. I think it is... I've been inconvenienced a ton by it, but I think it's part of Classic. Adding chrono boons to safely store world buffs, absolutely. It's been in SOD since the beginning. World buffs should feel rewarding. You shouldn't have to just get them dispelled. It just enables player griefing, essentially, to not have that, as well as you can play your class during the week and have your world buffs up there, so it allows you stuff to do instead of, oh, I'm just raid logged because I'm world buffed, which always feels kind of weird. Increasing the size of the quest log. As long as we do not get phasal systems locked, it is just 1 to 60, and we never go 60 to 70, and we're just at 60 for a while. I think this is fine. The only concern is, as you guys have seen with pre-quest preparation, if they increase the size of that log, people will min-max the crap out of that. And so hopefully that'd be the only problem I'd see with that. Adding the customizable HUD from later expansions so players can customize their HUD without requiring add-ons. I see no problem with that, giving people the retail HUD. There's nothing too different, as long as there's an option to keep the classic HUD as well. As long as people can have that in there as well, I'm all for player choice. I see nothing wrong with giving people both of them, because I do know a lot of people use UI add-ons to change this. Introducing a way to help players find groups for group elite quests. No, shouldn't be added. I think saying in trade, hey, can you help me, saying in general, saying in world chat, saying in your guild, I think that's a part of a community that should stay in Classic. I don't like that. Then making mail delivery between players instant. I think it should at the very least be account wide. Like, it should be between your account. It should be instant. I'm not sure about other players. Maybe guildies lowered by like cut in half or like 10 minutes. I think between guilds and your own account should be changed. But an hour between random people, I think that is fine. That is just a part of Classic and something that I think should stay there, because there's a lot of implications when you get into sort of the illicit, illegal behavior. But anyway, guys, this is a really long video. Those are all my thoughts on this survey. I would love to hear what you guys think, whether you agree with me, whether you disagree with me. Please let me know in the comments down below. I look forward to reading every single one of them. Just my honest opinion here, guys. That's all I gave, and I pretty much did my best to tell you why I thought the way I thought. So if you disagree with me, tell me why. Be respectful. If you agree with me, also tell me why. Be respectful. I don't want any of that disrespect in this channel. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you happen to find anyone that you know would also benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. It helps me out a ton and allows me to keep doing what I love every single day, and that is gaming and sort of helping people any way that I can. So finally, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.